Max of Hearthstone with Brennan. That's me. Random Max of Hearthstone. That's this guy. Tuning in. That's you. Easy. There's only three of us, right? So the plan tonight is to pick the Paladin and see if we can top the 10 wins we got last night. I was surprised we stretched that one to 10 wins. I went back today trying to find that we were talking about a play. I forgot exactly what happened, but I was trying to find a play that I was curious about double checking, and we went. We were 3-2, and then we went in a 7-game win streak. So that was good. We really turned that around. So we're gonna pick Paladin again today. Fresh Paladin. It's the best. Maybe if it was Shaman, I would pick it. I don't really want to play another losing one. If you were here after last night's um, Paladin win, then you also saw the worst Warlock deck that I've ever drafted. No joke. I mean that's part of the reason I went back and watched the video because I could not figure out when I went to bed. It haunted me. I could not figure out how we ended up with such bad cards. Was I hallucinating? Was it that bad of a draft? And it was. So if you didn't see that, you can go ahead and go back and watch it last night, or I'll put it on YouTube this weekend. I'm going to upload all the drafts to YouTube. So, but let's start this one. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Waffle Wednesday. Wednesdays always make me sad. It's the last night of the streaming week. I'm going to miss you guys. Make sure you check in on my Facebook, Instagram. I tweet, but normally that's just the Instagram stuff because I can't figure out Twitter as easily. and then you can hit me up anytime you want with I think the emails listed. But let's get this going. So the first pick of a fresh Paladin draft, even though I want to have a Maul in our deck, it's actually Maul is surprisingly rare. We've got to take the Defender. The amount of times this guy got us Tareem last night so that we had a chance was just way too far up there. Oh, our first time seeing a nerfed Spiteful Summoner. I don't think we're going to try to make Spiteful Summoner Paladin work. Sorry. Sorry, lady. Maybe next time. But I want an equality. I would like to have a Potion of Heroism. I might even want a secret. So looking at that low of a curve is going to make Spiteful pretty bad to start with. It's just a matter of whether we want to take a decent 4. There's a bunch of 4-drops I'd rather have than this guy, even in Paladin. There's the Stegadon, there's the Chain Gang are all better at 4, just off the top of my head. That's the kind of stuff we're doing. But I think I'm going to take the card draw. It's surprising how often you need just one card draw. Oh man! Our first legendary. It's been so long, chat. It's been so long since we had a legendary. I forgot what it felt like. What do we have? Okay, maybe I'm being dramatic. We had a Grumble a couple nights ago, and then before that we had an Umbra. So this is kind of that caliber. I think probably we take Arfus, right? Speaking of 4-drops, Arfus is pretty darn tootin' awesome here. The Black Knight probably has the biggest guaranteed swing if we hit it, though, right? Like Arfus, if it hits Army of the Damned or whatever, Army of the Dead, oops, we probably won't even play that unless it's at a certain point in the game. But if it gets us the sword, there's 8 of them. So it's only a 12.5% chance of getting whichever one you desperately want. You know, there's only a 1 in 8 chance of getting the one you want. And then I think we want this guy though. The most of them. Black Knight could be really good though. I don't think we want Baron Geddon in this deck. There's a lot of times when we rely on turn 7 getting us to a Silver Sword turn 8. Now we don't have a Silver Sword yet, but I would be shocked if we didn't see one. It would be the first Paladin run since Witchwood that we didn't see one. This guy's stats are better too. What do you guys think? The Arfus? You guys want to see the Arfus, don't you? I know Firestorm. He wants to see Arfus. Alright, there we go. We'll do Arfus for Firestorm. We'll make it work. Oh, even more value. I love me a Ravencaller. This actually gets you 2 cards, guaranteed, on Battlecry. Whereas the Bone Drake only gets you one and it has to die. So there's no guarantee you'll get it. What if it just lives forever, or if they turn it into a sheep? But the value of the dragon is going to be very often higher than the value of the Ravencaller. So we're going to take the Bone Drake and make it work. Do we have a buff for the Paragon of Light yet? No, we got to take the 2-drop. Now you're saying, why would you pass up a poison? I do want to have a poison. It's normally the second thing I look for after a silence, but the gastropod just hasn't been cutting it lately. I'm gonna try to find me a basilisk or a bee. So we've already got a potion of heroism, and it really wants to give us another one. Let's get the 4-drop dragon tag here, though I do want to have a dragon slayer. I think our deck is gonna be really happy with a Twilight Drake here. Okay, we need the jailer. No doubt about that. Oh man. Another jailer? I don't think we need another jailer. I actually want another 3-drop. We can't make that happen, so I think we already have 2 2-drops. You know what? I do want another jailer. Why not? Let's do it. Let's make it work. All we need now is the silver sword. We've already got a super healthy deck here. We just need the silver sword and maybe 1 steed. Is that too much to ask? Maybe 1 steed. And maybe an equality and a consecrate. So that's what we're looking for most here. Man, this is the 4th potion of heroism that it's offering us. Really wants us to be heroes tonight. You know why? It's because of the light. That's what I get. I put a halo on young Uther here today just for funsies, and now it wants me to now it's making me pay for it. I really like the Rotten Apple, and we don't have a 5-drop yet, but I don't think we need the heal. Now, in yesterday's deck, we did need the heal. So are we going to get to a point where I'm going to regret taking the Sunwalker? I don't think so. We'll make it work. There we go. There's the Steed. I really like Vine Cleaver, but I'd rather have a Steed and a silver sword than a Vine Cleaver and a silver sword. So we gotta make it work. Well, here's a poison. We were just talking about that. This I like this guy actually less than the slug, but we might want him in our deck. Anyway, at this point, we don't have a 5-drop still. Actually, I do want another 3-drop. Let's take the Demolisher. Demolisher can be awesome. You can really make Demolisher work. These are both really good cards. But I think the Phoenix is going to be a better fit here. Oh wow, this deck is looking insane. We really need that silver sword though. We've got 2 jailers. How can I pass up a lion when I have ways of making that many silver hand recruits? That would just be a huge mistake. Okay, so here's the first dud pick. We made it 13 cards in. That's pretty good. I guess the Demolisher isn't very high tier, is it? But I don't think Blessing of Champions ever makes the cut. Hand of Protection puts you in the driver's seat compared to Noble Sacrifice. Noble Sacrifice helps you with a mind game. It blocks an 8/8 where Hand of Protection just helps you trade a 2/2 or an 8/8 for an 8/8. So it's really good. There's also a chance that the best card we see out of a cluster will be the guy that on Battlecry and Death Rattle pulls a secret from your deck. And if we had that, I would definitely choose Noble Sacrifice. But I think we make Hand of Protection work. Let's try to make it work here. Oh man, which makes a 2nd potion of heroism a little less good. But I did want a Dragon Slayer, so we're happy to see that. Ugh, that's not even a hard one. We take the adapt and make it work. Okay, here we go. Here's another healthy pick. What do we have for 3-drops? I'm thinking we might take the Militia. So I really like Plated Beetle, but I'm thinking we take the Militia because technically it would be the best 9-drop in our deck, the best 7+. We don't have anything up here yet, which makes late game still good because we have all these other options to double up. And we can drop it early on, like the Tar Creeper. I don't know if we... So we've got the Jailers, but on turn 2, they're not always that great. They just, like against a Mage, it doesn't really count as a 2-drop. So maybe I do want the Beetle. That's tough. No, let's take the Phantom Militia. I'm going to miss that beetle. Okay, here's the poison that I wanted. I didn't take the 5-drop, right? Alright, that's easy. We got our poison. Now all we need is a silence. We don't want a Doomsayer. So the Dark Conviction kind of is a silence. For a lot of the bigger minions, it kind of counts as a silence. It's as close as you can get in a Paladin anyway, other than also reducing its attack or health to 1, depending on how you get the secrets and peacekeepers going. So we've already got a Drake. Oh man, I love mind control tech. I love mind control tech. Can I pass up on mind control tech for the better play? I mean, we've got 2 jailers. Ah, we got to take the Steed on. Sorry, mind control tech. I'm gonna miss you. Hope you come back. Wow, these are tough. So we could there is a possibility we get a Murloc with this guy. I don't know if discovering a Murloc is even that powerful anymore. The best one probably is just charge, right? The 2/1 charge just to try to make a trade. Or, you know, just the 3/3 that buffs everybody solid too, but there's nothing in Murloc that you're looking for an insane legendary. Not anymore. They're all in wild now. So I don't know if that guy's good enough. Could we make Desperate Stand work? What are the best targets for Desperate Stand? Arfus? Bone Drake? Sunwalker? Wasp? That might be better than the Blessing. Yeah, let's try to make Desperate Stand work. This, again, guys, is why we passed up on the early Spiteful Summoner. Look at these look at these spells here. Our Spiteful Summoner would be terrible in Paladin. We don't even have a Consecrate yet. We've at least got a Steed, but that's a tough one to sell there. That's not the best curve. Alright, here's a 7+ finally. We kind of want something in the 5-drop here. Ooh, there's the perfect 2-drop. Easy pick. Okay. We need the Silver Sword, guys. We've got, what, 5 chances left? Oh, this is a good one. What do our elementals look like? Avenging Wrath is really strong in the arena because you forget how much impact it has for 8 damage. Even when they spread the board, 8 damage goes so strong. I don't know if we can do it though. We don't have a Silver Sword, so our game is going to be super mid-game. Like, we have to control the game with these guys, not necessarily this guy. If we had an equality, I would probably take this, just so that we had a little bit of a cheesy combo, but we haven't seen an equality yet either. So I think we actually go with the Servant just to try to make it work. But do we only have... Oh, we've got the Igneous. That's awesome. Yeah, that's not even a question then. Ring the bell. Easy choice. There's the Consecrate, but we haven't got a Silver Sword yet. So we have to take the Vine Cleaver. I'll be sad if we see... Shoot. If we see a Silver Sword, this is the worst of the 3. I don't think Consecrate's good enough right now. Maybe the Scalebane. I mean, the Scalebane fits this deck perfectly. But no weapons? No weapons is just bad times. Like, really bad times. What do you think? Will I see a Silver Sword in the last 3 picks? In the last... Wait, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, in the last 3 picks. Oh, man. I think we will. Let's do it. Let's be that greedy in the draft. I don't know. Maybe it's way too greedy. But the Silver Sword and the Scalebane just put us so much higher. That's like a 10-win combination right there, more than a Vine Cleaver and Silver Sword. So let's make it work. We don't have any heal yet, but what do our 3-drops look like? Let's take the Hammer. Get the 1 direct damage and the card draw. We had to pass up on the Consecrate. Oh no, guys. The last one. The last one has to be Silver Sword, right? Oh man. That was a maybe not the best gamble. Oh man. So I like the idea of the Elemental here. The Humility might be really good too because we have very little answers. If our minions don't deal with their minions, then Humility is the best answer. Because we got a lot of cheese to help us deal with the minions. Nah, we want that Elemental tag. Let's make it work. Silver Sword. Oh man. Oh no. It's not there. I guess a second Steed, you can't really complain. So we saw two nerfed cards. That's kind of fun. Call to Arms. This is probably the best I've ever seen for a Call to Arms for us. 3 Death Rattle. If that were 4 mana, I might consider it, but Steed is just too good. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, guys. No silence. 1 poison. No silver sword. We just got to use our steeds. It's just going to be our minions. They don't get any love though. They do not get the +1/+1 love.